Hi, this is Liz again with this week's installment of great makeup products that get little to no love on YouTube. Now, this week I have a small handful of products I want to talk about. They're all cheek products, and coincidentally, they're all cream cheek products. Um, I have one other little thing I want to say real quick, and that is that I got engaged this Valentine's Day. See? Yep, I got engaged. Um, he asked me on Valentine's Day. We had previously picked the ring out together, and I am so happy. Now, the camera is not going to do my ring any justice, just like my makeup products, but it's a beautiful gold ring with 5 little tiny champagne diamonds. Um, and like I said, we picked it out previously, and it's absolutely perfect in every way. And so is my future husband, and I am so happy. So I just wanted to, I don't know, put that out there real quick that I got engaged on Valentine's Day. He asked me on Valentine's Day, you guys. Is that not the cutest thing ever? So, yay, I am super happy. Now, we all know, I don't know if you've watched any of my other videos, there's only a few because I'm new at this, but I am somewhat of a serial rambler. So if you can't deal with that and you just want somebody who's going to just, strictly business and not going to ramble, you might want to move on and go to a more sensible person's channel. However, if you can deal with a girl who tends to ramble on, then I suggest you get yourself a cup of coffee or a cup of tea and sit down and join me for this little talk. Okay, so again today, I have a small handful of really wonderful products that I rarely see spoken about on YouTube as being as excellent as I find them to be. Now, the first one I want to talk about is by Tarte. Now, we all know Tarte, right? We all know and love Tarte. Well, I love Tarte. I don't know how you guys feel, but I really do love Tarte, and I've got lots and lots of products from that company. However, they're totally famous for their colored clay, the Amazonian colored clay blushes, the powder blushes, right? Right. We all know about those. Um, Everybody talks about those, and because they have, they're touted to be 12 hours, stay on your face for 12 hours, and they are. They're long lasting. I own one. I love it. I use it, and they're great. Now, having said that, they were having a friends and family sale several months ago, and I bought a kit. I like to buy kits because I feel like you get more bang for your buck when you get kits, and I like to try just, other little products because who knows, you might discover something you wouldn't have tried before, and that's what happened with two of the products I'm going to talk about here. So the first one is this, and this is their Air Blush Maracuja Bouncy Blush. And yes, it is like the Maybelline Dream Bouncy Blush. It is basically the same thing, but by Tarte. And a more complex color, and it's a lot more expensive. Um, so I have mine in Shimmering Poppy, and they have one in another color, and it's more of a peachy color. This comes off on the camera, I realize, as being quite peach, but it's not. It's actually more of a pink. And the other one, I don't know the name of it, I'm sorry, but yeah, it's more of a peach color, so they come in two colors. Now, again, this is just like the Maybelline. It's got the same texture. It looks like this. It's got a um, beautiful passion flower on the front. My favorite flower in the whole world because I'm a gardener. That's the other thing I do, and that I'm actually really good at is growing things. Um, and passion flower is definitely one of my favorite flowers, and that's what's on the front. So that's beautiful. And then you open it up, and you've got, a full-size mirror on this side, and here's your product. Now, it's nice and soft to the touch. It's just like the Maybelline. And I use my fingers. You can use a brush, but I prefer to use my fingers. This is what it looks like. And again, it comes off as being real sort of peachy orange, but it's not in real life. It's definitely more pink. Now, as you can see, it shears out beautifully. You can kind of see the glow it gives. Um, Let me make it a little bit stronger of a swatch so you can get a better idea. This is it. And it's just beautiful on the cheeks. It's just beautiful. And I suggest if you like Tarte products and you like their powder blushes, you should try their Maracuja Bouncy Blush, Air Blush. This is great stuff. And I never would have guessed. I never would have known if I hadn't bought the kit because I don't know. I wouldn't think to buy this because Tarte is so famous for their powder blushes. That's definitely more what I was focused on as far as ordering blushes from them. Now, again, I got this in a kit, so I'm not exactly sure of the price, but I believe it's the same as the powder blushes, which are 24, I believe. And I think this was either literally like $2 more or $2 less. I want to say it was 24 or 26. So somewhere around there. So yes, it's a lot more than the Maybelline Bouncy Blush, but it also has the same staying power as their powder blushes, and this is great stuff. So I suggest you branch out from their powder blushes and give this stuff a try. It's really great. Now, having said that, I want to say one real quick thing about the Maybelline Bouncy Blushes. I have seen nothing but complaints about this stuff. I love mine. I have mine in plum wine. Now, if you feel like the one you have is, little to no pigmented, try plum wine. Even if you think it's too deep for your skin color, try it because it shears out beautifully. And the other complaint I hear over and over about this is that it's, very difficult to apply. It doesn't really work with brushes. People don't want to use their fingers. Okay, here's the deal, guys. It is not unsanitary to put makeup onto your own face with your own hands. It's really not. Now, it depends on what you've been doing. Well, I'm not going to go there, but it is not. It is not unsanitary to put makeup onto your own face with your own fingers. So, all I have to say about that is like lighten up and try it sometime. It works and it's fine. Um, so with this, I don't know why girls don't want to use it with their fingers. Make a long story short, all I do, because I found it didn't really work with any of the brushes I had, it works fine with my fingers, but I get the best pigmentation and the best look if I take the whole pan and I dab it onto my cheeks. The warmth from my face sort of softens it up and it deposits the color on my cheeks, and then I go in with my fingers and shear it out just like that. And it works beautifully and it looks gorgeous. So if you're having trouble with your Maybelline Dream Bouncy blush, I would say try a darker color and try just putting it onto your cheek straight from the pan and then shearing out. It works beautifully and it's a great product and I highly recommend it. Next one I want to talk about is by Stila, and it's their convertible color. Now, I've literally only seen 2 reviews of this, and they weren't really, neither one of them said too much about how they felt about it. They just sort of like showed it and showed themselves putting on, and that was about it. I have owned this for some time now. I got mine off of Hotlook, and mine is in the color Dahlia. Now, I can't find this color anywhere else. I love it so much I wanted a backup of it after I bought it and got it in the mail and used it a bunch. I love it. It's absolutely gorgeous and it's got excellent staying power, and I love it on both my lips and my cheeks. It's excellent. Again, I can't find this color Dahlia anywhere. I got mine on Hotlook. I don't know how it got onto Hotlook or where it came from. It must be discontinued, and like, I don't know, Nordstrom had some batch that still had this color in it, and that's how it wound up on Hotlook. Either way, it's what I have. I'm in love with it, and I think more people need to try it. So this is what it looks like. It's just a little compact. You open it up. It's got a full size mirror on this side, and this is the product. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it's just what it looks like in the pan. Um, when you swatch it like that, it looks really nice and deep, like that, but it shears out really nicely on my hand, on your cheeks. Okay, this is a little crazy and deep, but you can kind of get the gist. It shears out on your face beautifully. And it looks, I'm telling you, just as beautiful on the lips. And Stila has these in all different colors, and Oh, they just came out with a whole palette of them, actually, for spring 2015. They have a whole palette of convertible color, and I highly recommend the Stila convertible colors. Try it out. You won't be disappointed. The next thing I want to talk about is these are the Josie Maran, what are they officially called? Argan Color Stick, and mine is in the color red. It looks like this. Top comes off. Top comes off, and you roll it up, and there's your product. I love the smell of this. I read a bunch of reviews of this, and I can't tell you how many times I saw women complaining about the scent of it, and they said that it smelled like Vicks Vapor Rub. I totally disagree. To me, it smells herbal and earthy and gorgeous and fresh. You know, this is going to sound corny, but very much like the woods, you know, after a heavy rain, like up in Oregon, deep in the woods. Ugh, it's just so herbal and fresh and delicious. I love it. It does not smell like Vicks Vapor Rub. Um, so anyway, I bought this on a whim. Yes, I did. I was in Sephora and I had some money to burn, and I bought this on a whim. And as it turns out, I'm very glad I did. It's great stuff. Now, all right, I'm gonna swatch it for you guys. I'm rambling and I'm kind of all over the place, but it's a cream blush is all it is. It's a cream blush. You can, I don't know, I guess you could put it, you know, dip your brush into it and apply it that way. I guess I'm just more of a handsy finger girl. I don't know. This is what it looks like swatched. You know, right there. That's what it looks like swatched. And again, it shears out just beautifully. Ugh, it's so pretty. Can you see that where it sheared out a little? So, and it's a stain. It doesn't say anywhere, it doesn't claim to like be a stain or necessarily be long wearing, but it does. It ends up staining and staying there all day. And on top of all that, it's got all sorts of like vitamins and wonderful skin loving oils and ingredients that are really good for your skin in it. So again, I just wanted to say, give a shout out to the Josie Maran Argan Color Stick. It's a cream blush, and they're excellent. These are, I believe I paid, they're kind of expensive, like $24, I believe is how much it cost. I know that's a lot, but it's worth it. This is, you know, this is going to last me a long, long time. And it's a really good product. It has really good staying power. It comes in a bunch of different colors. Next time you're in Sephora, you should at least check it out. Because, again, I rarely see this spoken about on YouTube, and it's a great product, and it should be spoken about. So I actually have a couple more things, but this video is already so long that I'm just going to talk about one last thing, and that is a mascara. Now, this is it right here. It's called Best in Faux, and it's by Tarte. Now, again, this came in a kit, and I've never been a big, like, I'm not that into mascara. I feel like, I don't know, mascaras are not a big deal for me. I'm not going to go on and on. But I got this in a kit, and it was definitely just kind of, you know, one of those other things in the kit. And one day I was fooling around, and I decided I'd try it. And guess what? I love it. This stuff is freaking awesome, you guys. Something I've discovered in this whole makeup journey is that naturally I have very long lashes, like almost weirdly long. Um, and so when it comes to mascara, I don't need lengthening so much. I just need some bulk on there. I like them to be built up, you know, the width of them, not the length. And so with that said, I know there's a lot of products like this out here. Here's the mascara, and here's the little fibers you put on, and it's, you know, the same kind of deal as many of the others. You put a coat of mascara on, coat of fibers, and then another coat of mascara to sort of seal the fibers on. And I know a lot of girls don't like these kind of systems because the fibers tend to, you know, rain down onto your face and get in your eyes, and it's a mess, and it, you know, makes your eyes irritated. I get that. With this, definitely some of the fibers do fall down, but like you just wipe them away and you're good to go. And I did find that as I wore this throughout the day, some of the fibers would end up in my eyes, and my eyes were a little irritated, but I didn't care at all because of how fucking good it looked. Like, I didn't care at all. And it wasn't like a huge amount of fibers in my eyes. It was just sort of a few here and there, and it did irritate my eyes a little. But again, it was a small price to pay for how fucking good this stuff made my eyelashes look. Now, again, it's called Best in Faux. I have no idea how much it costs, you guys. I know I haven't done my research. I'm sorry. I'm a busy girl. I've got a lot going on in my life right now. I barely had time to do this video. And I'm going to do another one right after this in the same like makeup and clothing because I fear that I'm not going to have time to film another video before next week rolls around because I just have a bunch of shit going on. Anyway, I haven't done my research. I'm not sure how much it cost. It's by Tarte, so you know it's not going to be terribly cheap. But again, mine came in a kit, and I love it. When mine's used up, I'm gonna buy. You know, I believe these are sample sizes. I don't care how much it costs. I'm buying the full thing because this stuff is awesome. I highly suggest it. Um, Gosh, you guys, I want to talk about a couple other things. I'm going to throw them in really quick. I'm sorry this is so long, but I'm just going to say real quick. Um, by Hard Candy, this is called Cheeks and Balances, and, you know, it's supposed to have, it rolls up, and it's supposed to have your cheek color on one side and highlight on the other. Now, we all know you can't swipe it on because you'll end up with stripes, and that's just weird. What I will do is take the colored side, dab it on, blend it out, then take the highlighter, dab it on, blend it out. You know, you can even use a different highlighter if you want, or if you just want to use the highlight, use a different blush and just this highlight. Both products are beautiful, and I never see anyone talking about these on YouTube. So I wanted to give these a shout out because they're cheap and they're awesome. I believe I paid $7 for mine at Walmart, and I love it. This is what it looks like swatched. Again, it's gonna, you know, it comes out literally, you know, in stripes, you know. And I saw one review of this, and the girl was saying, I don't like it, you know, it leaves stripes on my face. Well, hello, you know, all you have to do is sort of use one side at a time and blend it out. But that's what this looks like. Mine is in Blooming Orchid, and it's a purple color, and it's absolutely gorgeous. They're cheap, they're beautiful. You know, the lasting power isn't, you know, amazing or anything. You kind of have to touch up throughout the day, I find, with this, but I don't mind that. I'm okay with that. Um, Two more things, real quick. Then I've got another little cheek stain by Tarte. It's got a little pump. You have to be very careful and pump it ever so slowly, or else way too much comes out. Just the tiniest bit. And see that little dot? Even that is like too much. But I'll go ahead. And it shears out very nicely. In fact, you can barely see it, but it gives you this beautiful little, you know, stained flush that stays there all day, you know, until you go to take all your makeup there, you know, off. It stays there. Now, I only use this when I'm not wearing any kind of BB or CC cream, and I just want sort of like I don't know, quick, natural, fresh look. I put this on, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Don't know how much it costs. Got it off Tarte.com. It's awesome. You should try it. And the very last thing is this. It's a Revlon cream blush. Totally, these are so easily accessed. They're cheap. Well, for drugstore, they're a little bit pricey. They're $10. I paid $10 for mine, which is a little bit expensive for drugstore, but it's worth every penny. It's going to last forever, and it's gorgeous, you guys. I can't even tell you. Looks like this in the pot. Yes, it looks crazy. And yes, when you swatch it onto your finger, it also looks crazy. However, look how beautifully it shears out. You see that pink little flush on my hand right there? It shears out so pretty, and it gives you that, like, just been out in, you know, on the front yard playing in the snow and ran inside to, you know, get a carrot to put in the snowman's face for his nose kind of beautiful, beautiful flush. I mean, look at that. It's so stinking pretty. And Again, this doesn't have the very best staying power in the world. You do have to touch up with it, but again, it's another small price to pay for something that looks so beautiful on your face. And with that said, I'm going to wind up this very long-winded video, and I will see you guys next week with another installment of great makeup products that get little to no love on YouTube. And I thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry I'm such a rambler. I cannot help myself. I'm doing it right now. But again, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next week. Adios.